Joining me now is epidemiologist and senior director of the system-wide Special Pathogens Program at NYC Health and Hospitals, Dr. Syra Madad. Dr. Madad, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I have to ask you, when you saw that he won Kennedy's support, what do you make of that when Senator Bill Cassidy, who is also a doctor, said that, hey, I want to hear what he has to say. And earlier this week, he said this.
Mr. Kennedy and the administration reached out seeking to reassure me regarding their commitment to protecting the public health benefit of vaccination. To this end, Mr. Kennedy and the administration committed that he and I would have an unprecedentedly close collaborative working relationship if he is confirmed.
Dr. Madad, what do you think won Senator Cassidy over despite past concerns?
Well, I think one thing is clear. He's up for re-election in 2 years. And so defying, a presidential nomination certainly is not going to bode well for re-election. I think what's important is that the confirmation of the Health and Human Services Secretary is not just a political appointment. It's about the health and well-being of millions of Americans. And really looking at it from that lens is extremely, extremely important.
And Dr. Madad, how concerned are you when you have heard some of the things that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has said in the areas of vaccines and conspiracy theories around their efficacy? Does that give you pause?
Absolutely. As somebody that is entrenched in science and public health, that works to better our public health infrastructure and save lives, it's really disheartening to see somebody that has made a career out of essentially, dismantling and, spewing conspiracy theories about scientific established, workings is just really, really unfortunate. And I do want to highlight a couple of really important points here. So, there was this investigation where you had doctors write, a letter, sign onto a letter that was supporting RFK Jr.'s nomination. And when that letter was exposed, it actually raised a lot of concerns because many of these individuals who signed on to the letter to support him were not doctors. In fact, the investigation showed that these doctors lost many of their medical licenses, were disciplined for spreading misinformation. And so when you have these group of individuals that are supporting a nominee that have already been penalized for violating medical standards, it really raises some serious questions about the credibility of the nomination. And I want to take you to the other side, which is comparing it to the 75 Nobel laureates that actually signed onto a letter to saying how they're opposing the confirmation of RFK Jr., as well as 18,000 vetted, verified medical doctors who also oppose it. So you're seeing very large numbers of actual public health care and medical professionals opposing his nomination because of the rhetoric that he's been spewing for decades.
Epidemiologist and senior director of the system-wide Special Pathogens Program at NYC Health Hospitals, Dr. Madad. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.